Welcome back, everybody. Every year for the past 3 years, I've been part of a big walk at Veterans Park to raise money to support mental health awareness and to reduce the stigma. This year, of course, it is canceled, but you can still help by joining a virtual walk. Doris Kloth is my good buddy. She lost her son to suicide. Get this, she has raised more than $70,000 for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness of Greater Milwaukee. We also have Emily Washkovic. She is the first-time team captain, a NAMI volunteer, and blogger for Bipolar Brought Balance. Hello to you, ladies.
Good
Hello.
morning. Thank you so much for
Good
having
morning.
us.
Nice to be here.
I'm so excited to see you both. It's so nice of you to join us. I'm super excited that although this event was canceled, something is still happening to raise money, awareness, and reduce the stigma. So Emily, let me start with you. How did you get involved with NAMI?
Yeah, I actually had my own mental health experience or scare back in 2018 and received a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. And after that, I was really working to try to find my way back to normalcy. And I came across the resources that NAMI provides locally here in Milwaukee, such as peer to peer support groups, but also some really interesting programs like police de escalation training to help with them out in the field when they might encounter someone with a mental health disorder. So I was really excited to see those resources and tapped into them right away as someone just trying to live every day with a normal life and working with my mental health on a daily basis.
Emily, I love how honest you have been about your struggle. I read your blog, and I love the fact that you mentioned that you felt bad that it ended up that you had to go to the emergency room and that friends and family were so worried. But it was when you got your diagnosis and you figured out what you were dealing with and you got the help you needed that it brought balance to your life. And that's the part I love to tell people because that's the part that brings hope and brings healing.
Yeah. And, so many people who don't even have a diagnosis struggle with their mental health. And especially right now, everything going on with COVID, there's a lot that you are dealing with. And so being aware of your mental health and how you can help yourself feel better or get through some of those hard times is really a great skill for anyone to have.
I love what you addressed too about labeling. And I just want to make sure we hit this point because I think it's so important for people to understand. Toward the end of one of your blogs, you said, I am not bipolar. I am someone with bipolar. I'm someone who has bipolar. It seems like such a subtle difference, but it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, and a really important thing is just understanding that people with mental health disorders aren't completely controlled by that, the same way that part of your identity doesn't make up all of who you are as a person. So it's important to really understand that people with these disorders are humans just like you, and they're going through everyday struggles the same that you are. They might just look a little different than what you're used to experiencing, but that doesn't make up everything about who they are as a person.
You're such a smart and wise person at such a young age. I appreciate you sharing your story so much, Emily.
Thank you
Doris,
for
I got to
having
turn to
me.
you. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't seen you in a little while, Doris, but I'm so excited to see you, if only virtually. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us just a little bit about what happened to your son, Eric.
Well, Eric graduated with honors in high school and in college at Marquette University. And at his final year of Marquette, he was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder. He went on to Syracuse Law School, but had to quit after one semester because of his disorder. He spent 20 years struggling with his medications and trying to stay as level as he possibly could. But he did have time to go do speeches at NAMI about his experiences with mental illness, and he did some volunteering there too. So he was able to give back something to the community. But by and large, he was an accomplished musician and played the piano and the cello. He was very intelligent. He spoke fluent French. He wanted to be an international lawyer, but that uh, did not come about. He was kind and non-judgmental and really fun to be with. So we really miss him a lot.
I know you do, Doris. And I know that you and your husband Luther were recently spotlighted in a national way. It was a publication that came out. Your story is so important. That's why I love walking with you and your family each year down by the lakefront. And I think it's incredible, Doris, that on your own, I know you make mittens, you write handwritten letters. You've raised $70,000. That is incredible.
Well, thank you. It's been fun to do, and it's very rewarding. Um, uh, I write a lot of letters, and I get a lot of response from many people all over the United States. And I was very surprised that I was in that national journal, national annual report that NAMI put out. I think they did lots of other nominations from all across the country. So I felt it really an honor that they chose what we were doing here in Milwaukee. And I just am very happy that it happened, and I would like to thank anybody who had something to do with it. Actually, I don't think I do anything that's spectacular. I just write the letters and wait for the checks to come in.
You're so humble. I'm so grateful to you, Emily, and to you, Doris, for joining us today. Thank you so much. I've shared before on the show that my brother died by suicide, and that's a connection that Doris and I have. So again, thank you, ladies, both so much. And want to make sure that people know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Please join the virtual event. It's happening on Saturday, May 30th. Go to namiwalks.org/Greater Milwaukee. Supporters from 33 cities all across the country will be participating to raise awareness as well as funds. And this is for hope and healing too.